significant role in raising awareness and voter education. Would you say it has really helped this process?
Well, I think that the Nigerian people are engaged with the electoral process. If you saw what went on at the polling units, you can see that the ordinary people of this country believe in democracy, they believe in democratic process, and they believe in democratic values. So I think that what we need to do is to improve on this democratic culture and also see in what ways we can sustain it. But I think at a personal level, I feel slightly disappointed, because if you look at the national average in terms of the voters registration, the persons who are between the ages of 35 and 50 constitute almost 51% of the, I mean, those who are between 18 and 35 constitute almost 51% of those who registered. But having gone around the most of the polling units, it was very, very clear that they didn't make their numbers count, and that at the end of the day, the same people we saw at the polling units were elderly people who went to the polling units at 4 a.m. in the morning and remained and persevered and voted. Why the youths who were supposed to determine these elections were busy on social media? There are no polling booths on social media, and there are no voting points on social media. So no matter how long you tweet on social media, it will not translate into votes. So I think that the youth should be much more better engaged with the electoral process so that they can begin to have their voices heard and make their impact.
Okay, so lastly, sir, for me, the numbers reveal that there's a lot of improvement in voter turnout, despite demographic differences which you just highlighted. So what was the secret behind your department's increase in voter education across board?
Yeah, we accelerated issues around voter education, but more importantly, I think that the Nigerian people engage with this particular process. The Nigerian people now believe that they have the capacity to make a difference. They believe that their votes can count in any electoral process, and that accounts for some of the turnout you saw in this particular election. We will continue to improve in terms of voter awareness and voter education, but I think that the youth that constitutes over 51% of the registered voters in this country must buckle up, take the center stage, and lead the challenge for a new Nigeria. Unless they lead this particular challenge, our country cannot really move forward.
On a scale of 100%, in conclusion, how would you rate the 2019 general elections, journey so far?
I think that we have done our best, but as we move forward, we still have governorship and state assembly elections. We are going to improve on delivery in terms of logistics. We are going to also make sure that most of the collation officers understand the regulations and the guidelines of the commission so that they can read them properly. Because what we have said is that the card reader is a mandatory process in our electoral process, and that we are not going to tolerate a situation where people are trying to deliberately undermine the use of the card reader in the electoral process. Any community that resists the use of the card reader, or any community that introduces violence into the electoral process because they don't want to use the card reader, that in that particular community, we are going to give them 0 vote. So we must learn how to use the card reader, and we cannot jettison the card reader because it's a quality control mechanism for our electoral process. So that's one of the issues we are going to look into, and also look into issue of voter turnout and how we can deliver in terms of getting early to the various polling units. So we are working, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Following you, sir.